Who are you?
Okay. I'm 19. I was born in Mexico, but I grew up in Russia and all across Europe and Asia and Argentina. Um, my dad owned a plane company, so I traveled around a lot, and I work as a nanny slash Bible school teacher to pay for everything.
What did you do with boys before your first time?
um, I had a boyfriend when I was in kindergarten, I guess. It was primary school. And we would kiss at nap time under a pillow so we wouldn't get caught. And he would touch, he would touch my chest. And I would, I was afraid to touch his area. And it was just innocent, but it was very bad for our young age. And that was the first one. And I had boyfriends all throughout school and across everywhere, and it was nice. Um, one boyfriend I'm thinking of in particular, uh, we I was staying for the summer with my mom, and she had this neighbor, and he was about my same age, a year older, and he liked me, and I liked him, and so we would go behind the dumpster and kiss. And one day he pulled out his penis, and it looked so weird to me, but I touched it and he liked it, and then I pulled down my panties, he touched me, and I liked it, and so we didn't get into any like particulars. It was sort of like here is his penis, and I touched it, and that was it. And he did the same, and then would kiss some more, and then would leave, and that was about it up until my first time. I'd kiss and make out with boys, but nothing too heavy petting.
How was your first time?
I was 12 and I was studying here in, well, I was studying in the United States for the year with my mom, and she she would work, and so I would ride the bus home. And there was a boy, and I thought he was cute, and he'd walk me home and kiss me at my door. And one day I invited him in after we'd kissed for like 2 weeks, and we were making out, and I got on top of him. And I wasn't expecting the sex, but he sort of pulled his pants down and my pants down before I even realized what was going on. And he got on top of me and started plucking away, and I didn't feel anything. I felt nothing. And it was okay. But then my grandma came, and I was so scared that she would find out. And so I hid him in my closet. And he got caught, but we didn't get caught that we were having sex. And I wish I'd waited, but it was a good way to lose your virginity. Wasn't anything special, just a nothing.
What followed your first time?
I didn't have sex for 5 years after my first time, and right before my no 4 years, right before my 16th birthday, I lost my virginity again to my boyfriend of the time, and then I just never really looked back and had sex twice a month, maybe more, depending on my mood.
What did you try until now?
Oh, I I experimented with girls earlier in my when I was younger, but like 8 or 9, we had a family friend that traveled with us, and we would, I guess it was cunnilingus at the time, but we didn't know what it was. And I did that up until I was about 13. And then I had my first threesome at 16 with my boyfriend and his friend. And I played volleyball, and so I was around a lot of attractive women, and we would all shower together after we played a game. And I had a girlfriend on the team, and we had a small orgy, I guess. It was 6 girls, including me, and it was amazing. And then my first, I guess, full on orgy, I was 18, and it was with 5 guys and 9 girls.
What kind of sex do you like?
Oh, I like partner sex mainly. Um, I love cunnilingus. Uh, I kind of like men mainly. Uh, I love to be eaten out and suck on a guy, and it's just the closest of it. Or to be in doggy style and have rough sex. I'm slightly submissive, but I not to the whole choke me, uh, gag me sort of stuff. Just be overpowered, maybe like pushed down on the bed forcefully a little bit, that sort of stuff.
What do you not like?
I do not like anal. I can't do it, no matter how many times I've tried. No, I I can't. My muscles do not like it. Um, I do not like. I don't like being come on. It it's it's like frightening to me. I had a phobia of cum earlier on in life, and so like now I can be cummed on from like my chest down, but not in my face. It's too scary.
Why are you scared of cum?
Huh? Oh, like the like you never know when it's gonna come. Like you're supposed to close your eyes, but I don't want to go up my nose or anything. And when I was younger, my brother told me that if a boy comes on a girl, she gets pregnant. And I know it's not true now, but it's still implanted in my mind.
Do you like group sex?
um, yeah, I like it. I like the variety like every person brings. Like not everybody has the same giblets. um, and it's fascinating just to like see what everybody else has and like to experience it and to give everybody has a different thing that gives them pleasure. Um, I like it. Um, like what is it? I love like a nice ass, and so like everybody has a different one, but they're all very nice because we were volleyball players. And yeah, I like ass, but I don't like to eat ass. So that is no bueno.
What was the best sex you had?
I sort of have a breakdown in my mind as like best overall sex, best oral, and uh, best like guy with a penis. And the best overall sex was with my friend with benefits that I just ended it with, and he was 8 inches long, very thick, uh, he was a little bit taller than me, which is nice because I'm 5'10", and it's very hard to find a guy that's taller than you. And he was the right amount of gentle and forceful, and he started out by using his hands. He didn't rush into oral, like he gave it time to build up, and then he gave me oral like 2 months into the relationship, and it was amazing. It was so perfect. And then like I I'm very tight down there, and he like filled it up the right way, and it didn't hurt, which I have had a lot of problems with before. Like it was either like too long or it was too thick, and he was just the right size. And everything was like I couldn't find anything really to complain about the sex. Um, and then like with and like I still get shivers in my body when I think about it. It's so good. My best oral. Uh, it was just a random hookup after a party, and I don't party very often, and I was just really nervous. And this guy I just met, he asked if I wanted to go hang out somewhere, and we went back to his apartment, and we were started making out, and and he he asked if I wanted to have sex. And I was like, I don't know. I don't really know you that well. And he's like, well, I could just go down on you. And I was like, uh, I don't know. And like the night went on, and I was really nervous, so I was drinking, and he asked again, and I was like, yeah, okay. And he did it, and I that was the first time I'd really squirted during sex, and it was amazing. Like I shot across the room. It went maybe 6 feet. It was like a steady stream, and he was really into it, and I was just like, it felt like he said I came like 4 times, but it felt just like one long continuous orgasm. It was amazing, and I I wish I could remember like where I met him or like where he lived because I would like to experience that again, but I can't. I don't know. And the best penis was um the guy I lost my virginity to the second time, and he like I don't usually have sex with black guys because I'm afraid of their large penises, but his was very nice. And the first time we were having sex, like I didn't remember it being so large, and then we hooked up a couple months ago, and it was huge. like he, like he entered me halfway, and I'd come, and like he would bite on my nipples and like suck on them and make me feel like just ecstasy all throughout my body. And it was nice, and I like it. And I don't know, it was good, the sex, but the rest of the stuff not so much. And that's my top 3, I guess.
Big penises hurt you. How does it affect your sex life?
Um, I don't have it that often because I I don't have sex as often as I used to, but um, it like between the ages of 17 and uh, about 9 months ago, I had problems with it like constantly. The guy would be too long, and he would hit my cervix and tear around my cervix, and sometimes I would bleed, or sometimes I would not have my period for 2 months because it was like traumatized, I guess. That's how the doctors put it, that they had traumatized my vagina. And uh, that was with the guys that were too long. And then there was this one guy. He was about 10 inches around. Like, it was big. And he, I told him it didn't fit, but he kept trying anyway. And he tore the sides of my vagina, and I had to have surgery to put it back together. And that only happened once, but it was very traumatic. So,
What was your most extreme sex?
I don't really get into that much extreme stuff. I did have sex in a park once. Um, I I wasn't expecting it. I was just hanging out with a couple of friends, and this this guy I had been talking to came over, and we started chatting, and like all my other friends left, and we ended up kissing, and we were on the park bench, and everybody else was like sort of over talking again, smoking at some gym equipment, and we had sex on the table, and it was the most like thrilling sex I could think of, and like I never experienced it before. It made it that much better. My friends swear they never heard anything or saw anything, but I'm pretty sure they did. And yeah, um, he even like went down on me. It's like I had to like stifle my moans and screams and stuff, and that was really fun. And I haven't done anything like more extreme, like no BSM or anything like that.
How do you like rough sex?
I like it when a guy, um, like, like where it will be a doggy style, and he'll like hold my shoulders down, and like my face will be like all smushed up against the bed, but it turns me on to be held down and stuff. Um, Too much is like when they're like slapping you, or they're like they'll like start to play with your pussy and like slap it. That hurts. I don't like to be hurt. Um, I don't like. I like some biting, like nibbling or like holding it between your teeth, but not like clamping on, locking your jaw, sort of biting. That's way too much. um, I don't know why I like it. I like sex to have like some variety. Um, like I can't get off from just like making love, I guess. Like I can't have the whole gentle sex only. It doesn't uh, really work for me. And mm, but like if it's too rough, like my body just sort of like shuts down. It's like this is not pleasurable. Do whatever you can to not end up with bruises, that sort of stuff.
How changed your sex life after the surgery?
Um, it it was really painful for the first month and a half afterward. Um, I didn't have a period that month, so I didn't have to worry about like tampons or pads or anything. But it it made me very hesitant to have sex again. I didn't have sex for 7 months after the surgery, Um, it healed great. You can't really tell that I had surgery. Um, one of my labias are shorter now because I have large inner labias. It's a one is long and one is normal length, I guess. And that's the only uh, indication you could have that I had surgery. There's no scars. It looks like a regular, perfectly healthy vagina. um, I like it made me to sort of like I know I'm checking their penis for how big it is, but they don't. They just think it's like foreplay or something. Like I'll like massage them with my hand, or like I'll try and suck them off or something. But if I can't deep throat, I don't have sex with them. um, and so that helps. And I'm more cautious now, but I can't do a certain position where like I'm laying on my side with my legs facing that way, and the guy will enter me like from will be like this sort of. I can't do that position because it pushes too much on the scar, and, and it's not comfortable.
Is that a common injury?
No, not really common. I mean, when a girl loses her virginity, it tears open her hymen, but I was very sexual throughout my age, throughout my life, and so I I guess at some point I broke my hymen, and like they would bleed a little bit when that breaks, but I didn't have that, and so this was like my hymen breaking. But you just it's common for people to have like a narrow tunnel vagina, but the the doctor can usually do like a simple like procedure to cut it open a little bit and make sex more pleasurable, but not the severity that I told.
Do you have a hard time to get an orgasm?
No, I come very, very quickly. Uh, uh, if a guy's going down on me, like if he's down there for 5 minutes, I will come 4 times, probably. Usually three, but sometimes four. Um, during the whole act of sex, uh, I come about twice for his one, usually.
How important is the orgasm for you?
It is very important to me. It, I like the feeling of having sex, but I like the whole rush of, I need the dopamine in my system, or else it's not good sex. Um, it, it like relaxes me, and so I need that because I work with kids, and it's very stressful. If I don't have an orgasm, my tea doesn't leave.
How many sex partners did you have?
I've had sex with 25 guys and 13 women.
What did you try with women?
I I've never scissored before. That confuses me. I've had a strap on used on me. Um, we we've done like the 69, the regular cunnilingus position. Um, I've been in daisy chain, which is like every girl is connected, like with one girl's face in another girl's pussy, there's another face in your pussy. Like, it goes in a circle of just orgasms. uh, uh, I've used some toys, like I've used a vibrator, but I've never used a dildo on another girl. Uh, I like the similarities in the bodies. Uh, the the slow passion of it. It's more there's more closeness with a girl, but uh, I like I said, I like ass. So like if the girl has like something for me to grab onto, I am more than happy. Uh, but I mean, I'm not opposed to boobs, but they're not my favorite.
How often do you like to have sex?
Um, I would love to have sex at least 3 times a week, but I I think the most I had sex at a certain stage of my life was 2 times a week. Um, I had a week where I had sex every single day. It was the best week of my life, but it it was sort of like signaling the end of a relationship. And, I have sex at least twice a month just to keep my sanity, but it's and I try to keep with the same partners so my count doesn't go up for being so young. But I don't know. Sex is very important in my life. Like if I haven't had sex in 4 days, like I masturbate twice a day. Um,
Why are you afraid of your count going up?
oh, I one night stands are fun, but you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. Like if I have a one night stand, like condoms are a must. Like I go to the doctor 2 months after and get checked out. Like I'm afraid of catching a disease and everything. Um, I haven't gotten one any yet, which is very fortunate. uh, I they're okay, but like I would prefer like my ideal one night stand is to know a guy for a while and then would be hanging out and one thing would lead to another and sex would happen. But that's in my perfect world and it's not a perfect world. So sometimes you just like what the other person has and it sex happens. uh like I'm okay with the number of guys I've slept with going up, but if I could keep it as low as possible, that would be great.
Why is the number important?
Uh, the number, uh, because I want to seem not like I want to get married someday, and I want to be as clean as possible for my husband, but I can't go without sex, and it kind of runs in my family, but we have like a very high sex drive, and I like if I could be a virgin for my husband, I would, but I can't. So I just want to be as close to a virgin as I can be.
You masturbate daily. How exactly?
Um, I I do it with I do it manually, like with just my hand. Um, uh, I don't like sometimes I'll watch porn, sometimes I won't. Um, I'm really weird, and I think Rowan Atkinson is very attractive. And so, like, in Mr. Bean, like when he's doing like all the funky hip stuff, like that turns me on. And so I would often think about him. uh, the like uh, when there's like a jacuzzi or a pool or in the bathtub, sometimes I'll use like the water pressure or the faucet, and that's a like it feels me feeling clean, and it's uh, a different pressure because you can't really control it, and your hand doesn't get tired, and it's
What kind of porn do you like?
um uh I I kind of like gay porn a little bit. Uh, taught me how to uh suck dick. It's really nice. Um, the eating out porn, like where or the lesbian porn, I really like that because it's easier for me to like put myself in that position. Um, I sometimes read the porn, uh, and I like it. It's usually like a male and a woman, or um, two females, or like a group sex. It,
How do you treat sex with friends?
with my friends, we talk about it all the time. I lost my in my closest friends. I lost my virginity first, and we talk about it all the time, and like we compare war stories, as it were, like good sex, bad sex. Uh, it's a very open topic, but like with my family, like you don't talk to the parents or grandparents about it. That is a no no. the like everybody's really old fashioned, but if you if you ask them a question, they will definitely tell you the answer to it. But you can't just be outright and be like, "I just had sex, so this is what happened." That that's not open. Um, I I got in trouble for losing my virginity, but I didn't tell anybody until I was 14. Uh, it they it's frowned upon, I guess. Like my grandparents are very religious and don't think there should be sex outside of marriage. But like my brothers and sisters, they're just, oh, you're attractive, let's have sex. You think I'm attractive, let's have sex. Like it's they don't they don't see it as so much ritual um, or anything. So like it's a lot easier to talk to them about it. Like if I have a question about sex, I'll go to them. But it's a lot harder. Like you can't go to your older brother and ask them a question because they'll tell you that cum will get you pregnant, or um, that uh, that the guy's cum comes from the white in his eyes, or like the balls are just there for decoration, um, or like they tell you all kinds of outrageous stuff. And most of my brothers are gay, or and so they don't really know what women like. So I have to ask my sisters, or um, the rare few brothers I have that are straight.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
We don't know because my dad is a very big slut. he I have twin brothers that are 12 hours older than me that were born on the same day, and I have a sister that's a day younger than me. We have, from what we can tell, that we know about, we have 22 brothers and 13 sisters. And his most recent wife is pregnant with twins. And we're sure that he cheated on her, but we don't know. And so, yeah, it's a very large family for on my dad's side. And then my mom has 2 daughters and a son. But I'm the oldest for her.
So he dominates the gene pool.
Yes, he's yeah. We call him Daddy Cod, like as a joke, but he doesn't get it. But it's funny for us because he's like Genghis Khan. I'm pretty sure by the time he dies, he'll have 2% of the population or something.
What do you do on Reddit?
I don't know really. I like I I like the the not safe for work gifts sometimes, and it's a lot easier than porn because you don't have to worry about like pop-ups and stuff, and so it gets a lot easier to find what you're into. But and like I've been feeling really good about myself lately, and so I was like, I'm not talking to anybody sexually or relationship wise. So I have all these pictures I've taken of myself and no one to see it. And so I just started posting them. I wasn't expecting like as much of a response as I've been getting, but it's nice. It like boosts your confidence a lot. And it like it's like there's more people out there that find me attractive than in my general area that don't say anything. So it helps with confidence a lot.
What is the appeal to post nudes online?
I don't know why I take them. I mean, I'll catch a glimpse of myself in my mirror. I'm like, ooh, you look good, or something. Like I don't know. Like like a joke that we have is like, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. And so like that's how you know when you're feeling good. And uh like I don't know why I would post them. I don't really think about it, but like I guess if I had to say, like for strangers to see it, like it gives me a rush to know that like I got somebody hard or I made somebody wet or and they're just looking at me and I didn't do anything to prompt them or anything. Like they just saw my body and were instantly turned on. And that makes me happy.
How did you get the idea?
I was just sitting at home bored and I'd been chatting with like different people on Omegle and they told me that like I'd had a great body and that could be a model or anything. And like I don't believe it. Like it's just people trying to see my boobs. But like I like to show my boobs. And so I thought like I've seen pictures on Gone Wild. I am and like I love lady boners Gone Wild on Reddit. And so I think they are so attractive. It's great. And so I was like, well, since the guys can post it, why can't I? And so I just signed up, made a new account, and posted them.
Did you ever had sex for something in return?
Um, Not initially. I didn't have the sex exchange, but this one guy, I had sex with him, and I thought it was nice, and he thought it was nice, and so he bought me a full luggage kit, and he's like, "Would you like to go on a trip with me?" And I Like it took me by surprise. Like that. Like it made me feel dirty a little bit, but it made me feel like good. Like it made me feel good that he wanted to do that because of the interaction that we had. But it didn't make me feel good that the interaction that we had made him want to do it. And like I love the luggage kit. It's beautiful. I did go on a trip with him, and we had a lot of fun. But it wasn't the same as like trading it. I guess we were more friends with benefits for that short time than we were just I buy you this, we have sex. I get you this, or take you here, we have sex, sort of deal.
What fantasies do you have?
I don't really have so much a fantasy as like something that I like to people to do. Um, I love it for a guy to like come up behind me, like when I'm cooking or something, and like push up against my back and like just like run his hands down my body. That like turns me on so much. Like just to be doing something mundane, or and for somebody to be prompted to just like not keep their hands off me. It's it's thrilling. Or um, I really want to have like a small orgy with me and other guys. Um, I guess it would be like a gang bang, but without the whole violentness of it. And so I would like that. But it's kind of hard since I don't like anal and I can't perform anal, so the whole big double penetrating thing isn't possible for me.
Why did you make this interview?
Because I'm not able to go into like detail about my sexual life with anybody. And it's sort of like I had sex and he did this to me and it felt great. Or it, it's, I've done so many things sexually that I haven't been able to express to anybody in the fear that I'd be seen like loose or something. But I don't know. I love bettering science or something.